Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll give to Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, this from 53. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. Chicago coming back out here on offense. And Mitchell Trubisky, 2 more touchdown passes last week in the win over the Jets. 13 now in his last 4 games. And they're now 4 and 3. And the headliner, though, for me was, oh, that's great. But did you see what he was wearing, Trubisky, walking into the game?
I certainly did. The Mike Ditka sweater vest, vintage Bears look, had the shades going as well. Didn't notice if he was chopping the gum or not like Coach Ditka did so well, but he played well in the game. He's been playing well, needs to continue with consistency because the Bears, think about this now. A 2-game losing streak was snapped, and during that 2-game losing streak and now this win in the NFC North, they went from first place to last place, back to first in the past 3 weeks. Not too bad.
But keep in mind, both Khalil Mack and Allen Robinson were also out due to injury in that victory. So the Bears fighting through despite those guys being gone. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
in, lock in.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tyrone Crawford breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Lock in.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now on second down. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break.
Go!
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Lock in.
Play action. Now Trubisky on the move to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, Trubisky steps away to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play here for Dallas. 52 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They go play action with Trubisky. He leads this one for Howard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Intended that time for Cooper. That'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. Hey, we're going right there, we're going right there.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A second down throw for Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
We'll go 47. 26.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
180.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
This is Howard on second down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got some space here. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And they hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's got to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run.
Oh, wide open, complete. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 10th carry now for Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal. Prescott from the gun, forced out to his left. He can run, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point up and through, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Up, 180. Lock in.
Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Red, up. 180. Red, up.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
180.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gun. Switch and eight. Gun. Then we're going to 53.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jonathan Bullard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. He got 29 yards that time. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 50 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the posts. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I got to understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.